Public speaking requires a number of skills. One of those is storytelling. Now, depending on what you're saying, different things could happen to grab people's attention when you say them properly. One of the ways that we use stories, and it really just it grabs people's attention, is when you use humor. Now, what happens when you tell a story and you expect it to be funny and then it's not funny? Nobody laughs. I used to be in that position where I used to think if you tell a story, if you say a joke, for instance, or you apply humor in your speech, that people have to laugh. But I found out one day when I told the story about how my mother sent me to the market back in the day to buy something, and I broke the bottle of oil along the line. Somehow, I told that story. I'm not just going to bore you with this story. I told that story in another event, and people laughed. And then I had to do a presentation virtually. I used the same story and it didn't move the audience. So I learned at some point that there are times when no matter how well prepared you are, or no matter how well you rehearse, when you can throw humor into your story and the joke will just fail to entertain or even amuse the audience. Now, what do you do? I have seen new speakers, who break down just because they were delivering a speech that is supposed to carry humor, and the humor did not necessarily land. Not even one person smiled. And for some people, it actually affects their confidence. So I'm going to share with you tips to help you to deal with that have helped me, and I'm still applying them. Number one is to understand that when you deliver speeches, when you apply humor to your speeches, sometimes there could be unexpected silence. Truth be told, it is never fun to deliver a speech and then that speech does not resonate with the audience. It's not fun. That is especially true when it comes to humor. And there are steps that can help you. So I've said sometimes expect that could happen. And when that happens, say it once. The mistake people do, I've done it before, is to try to say the joke again, is to try to tell the story again. Now, even if you suspect that your audience did not hear you, avoid the temptation to repeat a story or a joke. If they did not hear you, just go on, because the second time that you try to tell the joke or to repeat the story, and if it does not land, now that is double jeopardy, if you like. That is too much burden to carry on one speech, in the course of one speech. So do not try to repeat it. The second strategy or tip I want to share with you here is to trust your audience. Now, sometimes it could be tempting for you to explain your humor, for you to explain your speech, your joke. Now, an explanation will only call out the fact that your story failed, and so you're trying so hard to get people to understand it. And you're hoping that they will understand it and then they would laugh. You're trying so hard to bring laughter out of them. Now, an explanation is more likely to cause more confusion than to elaborate or bring clarity. So don't try to explain it. If the joke failed, it failed. Don't kill yourself. All right? Don't flog yourself over it. Number 3, take ownership. Remember that the only part that you can control is what and how you present. You cannot control how people react. You cannot control how people react to what you say. Now, blaming the audience will not really help you. Over time, you get to realize, what did I say? How did I say it? How much pause did I apply? How fast did I say the story? What were my punchlines? You will learn these things if you own the speech and take responsibility for the speech instead of blaming it on the audience. Oh, it was a tough audience. Oh, they just don't like me and all of that. I get it. When people don't like you, they don't connect. When they like you, they connect. So what you need to do is learn to adapt how you present. Number 4, review. Make sure that every time at the end of the day, after you deliver your speech, you review your speech. There are times when even the best speakers are unable to connect with their audience. It happens every time. It has happened to me. I cannot guarantee that it will not happen again. But you go back at the end of the day, sit down and review, replay. That's why I love to record my speeches. And so I go back and I watch again. I ask friends that are close and are bold enough to give me feedback to say, I'm going to send you a recording of one of my speeches. I need you to give me feedback. Evaluate this speech, break it down, and give me feedback. Here's the thing, right? Your sense of humor may not work with the collective sense of humor of the audience that you're dealing with. So it might just be for reasons beyond your control. Your speech really doesn't resonate. And once your speech is complete and you have time to review, go talk to someone that will help you to review. Do not blame people for your speech because probably the joke did not connect, did not resonate. And also keep your perspective. Make sure that you stay focused. Understand that an unexpected audience response to one of your jokes or story does not necessarily mar the entire presentation. At every point in time, whether you're talking to a small group of people or to a large audience, if something goes south, do not dwell on it, because your dwelling on it impacts your presentation, the rest of your presentation. Of course, that's one of the things that we teach in our webinar, and I'm inviting you to look around this video. On top, maybe by the side or beneath, we've put together a webinar entitled From Fear to Confidence. So many things happen on stage, sometimes unplanned, many times unplanned. When those things happen, you tell a joke, it does not connect, you use an anecdote, you say something, and your audience does not respond like you expect them to respond. What would you do? What should you do? What can you do? We would share all of that. So the webinar we've put together is to help you to conquer your stage fright, calm your nerves, unlock your inner confidence, help you to gain respect and influence wherever you find yourself. And it is packed with actionable exercises, relatable stories that would help you. I urge you, I encourage you, I invite you to click on the link below or on the side, wherever it is, depending on where you're watching this video, and grab this webinar. It is 100% for free. If you have friends that you think, co-workers, colleagues, team members that you think that your ability to present effectively will help them, will impact them positively, share this video with them and invite them to to gain access to this free webinar that helps you to build confidence, takes you from a point of fear, a point of disturbance and worry when you're on stage and something goes wrong, to a point of confidence where no matter what happens on stage, you would hold your side and get your message through. My name is Stallone-Obaraemi, and I look forward to seeing you in the classroom together, and let us find out ways that we can become more confident. You can benefit and gain more respect, increase your influence wherever you find yourself. I'll see you soon, and bye for now.